Alright, hey guys, so this time I'm going to do more of a conceptual video rather than just the technique. I'll try to mix in some small details that are useful, but I want to talk about like what goes into building a really high level guard, okay? So I break it down into those four main aspects to having a good guard. So go ahead and start from like side. Okay, the first aspect of having a good guard is your ability at escaping pins, okay? So I mean it can be like side control, north-south, there's different ways the guy control. But ultimately, I need to be able to find a way to create space between me and him, right? So maybe I strip out, I move out a little bit, and we kind of get into this spot where I've created some distance. I escaped the pin, right? Now maybe I'm lassoing, trying to come back, right? And this is what I start to call this is the second phase, is the mid-range defense, okay? So from here I've gotten out, but he can still repass. He can go back up and start running around, and it's my ability at stopping him from passing here, you know? And that's like an entire separate skill set, you know? Just to give you a few details, like if the guy's going this way, right? Like I keep my far elbow on the floor. I keep my far elbow on the floor here. Like I frame the arms. I try to always protect my elbow-knee space on the side he's passing to. Like I don't ever want to have this space open pushing like this. I always connect my elbow and knee, or if I push with my arm, I try to keep my knee near my armpit and never expose that space, right? But I'm gonna do separate videos completely on these different topics, but I just want to explain the whole concept as a whole, right? So there's this mid-range defense, I'm like defending here, blocking, right? But the thing is, ultimately, you know, I can't defend forever. So I got out of the pin, I'm in this mid-range defense, I'm defending well, but if I don't tie him up in something, he's gonna keep passing, I'm gonna get tired and he'll pass just from exhaustion from me, right? So the third phase is tying the guy up, and that's the grip fight, okay? So pin escape, the mid-range defense, and now grip fighting, okay? So for grip fighting, there's two aspects to it. A lot of people think of grip fighting like sitting up here trying to establish a grip or whatever, right? That's one huge aspect of it, like sitting up. But there's also grip fighting from your back, right? And you have to find this balance between the mid-range defense and establishing a grip. So for example, like he's starting to toreando, right? I'm here blocking, right? He may give me this sleeve. I can get a hold of his sleeve, break the grip, lasso. Now I've established a guard, okay? And now I can play from the lasso. Or maybe I'm here defending, he stands close, but he keeps his hands away, right? So I can't get the sleeves. I grab the ankle or the pants, and now I've established like De La Riva guard. I'm playing from here, right? Maybe he's kind of like close, mid-range, and I can push him away a little bit and sit up and scoot away, okay? And now I can engage my grip fight from here. I can get like a sleeve, I can start going collar sleeve and set up whatever you want. The grip you choose to play is up to you, right? It depends on what guards you like to play. But that grip fight aspect is really important. And I think a commonly missed point with the grip fight is the fusion between the mid-range defense and the grip fight is really important. Because what I see some guys do is like they defend well, they get back to the middle, I'm gonna grab my pants, and they go for the grips, but you have to know when is the right time to defend and when is the right time to make your grip. If I hold the sleeves and he starts passing and I hold them too long, I no longer have my frames to block to defend. Okay, my elbow's off the floor, so it's easier to turn my hips, right? I can't frame because I'm holding the sleeves. So there's this real skill in the balance between defending the pass when he's over you and establishing your guard tie-up, either like spider, lasso, worm guard, whatever it is, okay? So that's a really important blend that people need to work on. I'm gonna do some separate videos on that as well. Okay, so then the final aspect is like I'm here, I'm defending, right? Maybe he makes a grip, I break a grip, I lasso. The final step is how good are you in your actual control? Like my lasso, do I know all the ways he can try to pass the lasso? Do I know counters for that? You know, if I get back to close guard, like how good are you at using your close guard? How good are your submissions? Are you good at stopping him from opening it, right? Like that, right? So now if he like opens the guard, I'm back, and like he broke my grips and he's passing, I'm back out to the mid-range, right? I'm defending, and then I'm looking for my initial tie-up grip, okay? So I established De La Riva. How good am I at De La Riva, right? And using this philosophy will really help you develop your game, because anytime you have like you lose in a match or you have a tough tournament, you can always go back and figure it out. So like maybe I establish spider guard on the guy and then he loops out and throws the leg and passes, right? Well, I can look at that and go, okay, my spider guard control needs to be improved. I couldn't hold him there, or he had a counter that I didn't know how to defend, right? Or maybe we start the match, and I'm like, I'm really good at grip fighting, and I can establish my position. If I get my position, I can submit the guy or sweep. But sometimes you make a mistake, and the guy starts to pass early, and you're really bad at the mid-range defense, right? Or maybe the guy passes you, or like say you're on top of side control, he rolls you over, you end up in bottom of side control, and you just can't get out of the pin. So then your pin escape is weak, okay? And it may be a combination of all of them. I would say with most guys' guards, I say the biggest problem I see is their pin escape and their mid-range defense. That's something that I've been very good at from like the very early on in my career, and it makes jiu-jitsu so different, right? So go ahead and stand up again. Like, if I'm fighting and I'm so scared of this mid-range pin escape defense, it's so stressful because I'm like, I have to win this grip fight. I'm like, oh my god, I have to get this. And if I like the guy's like a spazzy white belt or someone that's even lower level than you, and they just do something unexpected, they do a cartwheel or jump a weird way, and you mess up and make a mistake. If you don't get a second chance here, you're going to lose a lot of tournaments to guys that aren't even as knowledgeable as you because you don't know how to block and defend, right? So that to me is one of the most important aspects of the guard, okay? So I'm going to go deeper on each of these topics in separate videos, but I think just getting a conceptual layout of what direction you're going with your guard is going to help you guys a lot. So if you guys have any questions, please comment. You can give me some suggestions for the next video. As always, the best thing you guys can do if you guys want to help is share my videos and please subscribe. Thanks a lot.